wolf. 7 days swing to you foolish little fools. I'm breaking shit while I'm disintegrating rules. 1,000-day ice storm kick to a fool. You talk.
So before we get started in this video here today, I do want to thank you for checking out my brand new channel here. If you're not familiar with the very little work I've done, I've only been building for about a year now. I do underneath the name of TrueGunpla, mainly on Instagram, Facebook, as well as the Mecha Lounge. And at the end of the video, I'll talk a little bit more about what type of content I want to put on this channel. But for today's video, I'm going to be going over this pretty simple tutorial. It's nothing too crazy. It's just using a soldering iron to get some type of battle damage effects, whether it be like a piece of armor that's been cut or shot through or something along those lines. And I'll also show how to touch it up with some paint and some weathering effects as well. So what you're going to need for this, of course, is a soldering iron. You can pick them up from most stores pretty cheap. Also, I have some flat black, chrome silver, and gold leaf Tamiya acrylic paints. And I'm also using a Tamiya Weathering Master set. I'm using set B for the soot palette. Now the piece we're going to be working on is from a real grade Zaku. The best piece of advice I can give you all is to start this process while the soldering iron is actually heating up. The reason I say that is that you don't want to wait until the iron is too hot, because you will just melt straight to the piece and you won't be able to shape it at all. So when we use these low temperatures on the iron, it gives us more control on how we can shape the plastic. We can melt it down a little bit easier without having any consequences of, melting off too much plastic. So of course you do want to do this in kind of short, small strokes. You don't want to do anything where you're leaving the iron on the piece way too long. You will take off too much plastic. And while you're doing this, especially if you're doing an example like I am here in this video, the sides of the plastic will actually kind of rise up a little bit. All you really need to do is just use the side of the tip of the soldering iron and just kind of melt it down like I'm doing here. Also, if you are doing a piece where this section of the armor has been removed, make sure you go from underneath that piece and clear out that gap. This will give it just more of a realistic effect. So this is what I have here from the Zaku shoulder after it has cooled down for a little bit. Next step is to go ahead and paint it. So now we're going to go ahead and apply some paint to give this more of a realistic look. You can do the mixture of the chrome silver and the gold leaf on the edges of the melted plastic, or you can mix in the black and apply it to the whole melted section as well. Using the metallic colors from the silver and the gold will give it more of a realistic look. And so what I'm using here is the Tamiya Weathering Master set. This is set B. I'm using the soot pastel from it. This is just giving it more of a little bit of a realistic look, and also will darken up some of those kind of bright metallics as well. So here is the finished piece. I think it came out pretty good. Like I said before, this isn't really too hard of a technique. It's definitely something that you want to practice before applying it to your finished kit. So now let me talk about what type of content I want to put on this channel. I really want to do more Gunpla community-based content. In our area, we started a local group called Hangar 18 Hobbies Gunpla Community. We meet monthly at a local hobby shop called Hangar 18 Hobbies. I'll make sure to leave a link for the Facebook group in the description below. Everyone is welcome to join, and I do want to share videos from those meetups, as well as some of us from that group doing group reviews, interviews with other builders, and even possibly doing interviews with other Gunpla YouTubers. Now, I could go on and on about what I have planned for this channel, but for right now, I do want to thank you for checking out this first video on this brand new channel. If you have yourself a Gunpla channel or Instagram or Facebook or anything along those lines that's showcasing your work or your content, go ahead and comment in the comment section. I will definitely go ahead and check it out. And until next time, I hope you all have a good one.